10 years ago when then Mayor Doria called me into the office to ask me something, and I had no idea what he was going to ask me. I thought he was going to ask me to if I would run for president of the Board of Ed, and I was fully ready to go in and say no, I couldn't handle something of that magnitude. And then hit me with the Barry Dugan has decided not to run for Freeholder, and you're committed to public service, would you like to do that? And all the time I'm thinking to myself, is he crazy? When are they going to find out I have no background in politics, government, all of those kinds of things? And somehow he gave me 48 hours to make the decision. Had he given me 72, I don't know whether we'd be having this speech right now. And I kept wondering, even that first year, when they were going to find out that, you know, about not having a background in politics and government and that sort of thing. But somehow it worked. I don't know. And I'm so grateful to, anyway, at some point he said to me that's exactly why he was asking me, you know, the commitment to the community and not necessarily having a vested, you know, a political hack kind of thing, you know, whatever. But what I've learned tremendously over these 9 years is invaluable, immeasurable, priceless. I can go on and on. There have been some experiences. I remember marching in a parade with elected officials, and Bayonne has, for as many cultural and civic organizations as they have as many parades. Walking along and having someone walk along the sidewalk and say out loud, and looking at the elected officials who were marching, oh, look at them, they're all a bunch of crooks, or all a bunch of whatever. You know, and hearing echoed over time various stereotypes of elected officials. And I wanted to leave the parade and run over to her and, you know, say, no, that's not me, that's not them. But, you know, and hearing that over time, and my first county conference I went to, introducing myself to another female freeholder, and when I said I was from Hudson County, she actually moved over a couple of seats. You know, and various stereotypes, you know, one would encounter. That of government workers, people, you know, and various stereotypes of, you know, government workers not working hard, and various things over time. And what I've learned, not only of elected officials, of government workers, and it being so refreshing of seeing good government and seeing people that are committed and in it for all the right reasons, in it to serve their community and in it to really bring good government to the people, and county workers really there to make government work and to make county services work. And, you know, I've been trying to spread that word for 9 years, and I will continue when I leave here to spread that my experience has taught me that. I'm so grateful to the guys that I've worked with. Freeholder Romano, you said before that there are 8 conscientious people up here, so I don't know which one of us isn't. Oh, you, okay. But I learned so much from each and every one of you. I learned so much from our county administration when I was chair, and I would sit down at agenda meetings, and they were like tutorials, from our county executive, all of our directors, our wonderful county workforce, our freeholder staff, and our clerk, who was there to answer so many questions, Maria, Luz Chan, Phil Kenny when he was here, all the support and all the things that you've done for me. Certainly my family, I would never, as you know, I have a family and 2 kids home, and, you know, the drive back and forth to Rutgers when I was sitting in traffic at the beginning of many meetings. They were tremendously supportive to allow me to be able to do this, so I'm so grateful to them as well. Many times people have asked me, you know, what's your diagnosis of a particular speaker at the podium, or, you know, what's your diagnosis of a particular freeholder, or how would you treat that person? And there was an episode of Seinfeld where I think it was George, they were asking, you know, how they could get a therapist or a psychiatrist to help George. And if you remember that episode, they said one person couldn't do it. They would need a whole team from Vienna. So that's what I would probably recommend. And the book will probably be available on Amazon in 2016. They will be maybe 2017. I don't know. There's so much more I can say, but I think the people that came to speak for the public portion tonight didn't count on having to wait through all of this and our accolades. But thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I'm glad I was able to get through this with a voice and not so many tears, but I'll never forget this. It's going to be a hard thing to leave, but hopefully I'll be sitting in the audience and cheering you guys on and our successors after this, and I vote aye for myself.